Let's talk about the Tonalpawali, which is the calendar used by Aztecs for astrology. So, in the past video, I was talking about some of the interesting things about Aztec astrology, how they view certain things and themes in regards to like astronomy and astrology. I gave some examples and I used Vedic as a sort of cross-reference tool to help you understand. So now we're actually going to look at the calendar itself and the system on how it works. That way we could try and apply it. So in Aztec astrology, the Tonalpawali is a sort of calendar or metaphysical engine behind their system of astrology. Aztecs did not track astrology using a 365-day solar year. Instead, what they used was a 260-day sacred almanac, called it the Tonalpawali. This roughly translates to the counting of the days, and it was used for divination, prophecy, and mapping a person's spiritual destiny, known as tonali. So, unlike Western astrology, which bases the stars on, like Leo, Aquarius, all that stuff, they used a 260-day cycle that is connected to things such as human gestation, the cycle of corn in agriculture, and other things which we'll also talk about in another video. But this is more of an actual intro to like the calendar and how to apply it. So let's move on. The way this works is this calendar has two interlocking gears, and they turn day by day. So the number gear and day sign gear both are literally turning every single day. So it's like that song, The Wheel in the Sky Keeps on Turning. Except here it's on Earth as a stone that the Aztecs turn. So the number gear is going to go from 1 through 13. These are called trecenas, which are 13-day weeks. Each number is going to carry its own unique energetic vibration or day sign intensity. Then there's the symbol gear, which is 20 sacred signs. And this is, instead of 12, they're using 20. So this is what you would think of when somebody asks, what's your sign? For this system, you would think of the 20 signs, right? So you're going to be born in one of these signs, and there are various things, which I'll show you in the next couple slides, but it's like the crocodile, wind, deer, obsidian, night, and every day is a unique combination of one of these numbers and one of the symbols. As an example, you could be a 1 crocodile, a 2 wind. It goes up to 13 reed, and then it rolls over into 1 jaguar, and it just keeps going from there. So before we calculate your sign, what you need to know is what these 20 signs actually are. So again, they didn't use signs like Leo or Scorpio. They looked at nature, right? Because they're kind of upbringing and adaptation to their like environment. But the cycle always starts with Zipactli, which is the crocodile. This represents primeval chaos. And it ends with Sochi. Sochi roughly translates to flower. Pretty cool fact, but Xochitl sometimes kind of sounds like sushi. Both have to do with flowers. It's not super important, I just wanted to throw that in there. But that represents spiritual illumination. And again, every single day, a new animal or element rules the atmosphere. And this is going to be how you look at your sign, right? Like you're a combination of these two things. So, because it's a grid of 13 numbers interlocking with 20 symbols, the exact same day sign combination only repeats once every 260 days. After this 260-day cycle is complete, it starts all over, as we were talking about earlier. So, unlike the regular Gregorian solar year that we're used to, this calendar, the Tonalpawali, is based on this number. So, your regular birthday on a calendar that you're used to seeing, it's not exactly going to fit. It would need to be adjusted to convert this properly, if that makes sense. So let's say you're born on like August 15th or something, right? August 15th is not going to be the same day every August 15th. And that's true for the Gregorian calendar as well, not just this one. So yeah, you need formulas to really get into this. You need a bit of a anchor or starting point for counting and calculating this sign. We'll get into this later and the mechanics and theory of all that. And finally, I'm going to show you the actual like signs. We could show you pictures as well. I'll probably put that up later or in a different video, but the actual names and the 20-day signs are going to be what you see here. So Sipakli or crocodile, wind, house, lizard, serpent or snake, death, deer, rabbit, water, Isquintli, which means dog. Very important sign here, by the way, for the Vedics and the Aztecs. The rest is going to be monkey, grass, reed, jaguar, eagle, vulture. Olin is a weird one. It's like movement or earthquake. Then there's flint knife, rain, and flower. Also, here are the numbers using the Aztec or Nahuatl names. 1 through 13. These are obviously pretty hard to pronounce. Ome, Yei, or A, Nahui, Maquili, Chikwase, Chikome, Chikwaye, Chikanawi. I'm sure you get it, but yeah, now we could begin to piece it together based on your birth date. You will be a combination of these two things, and there are a couple of different calculators online. They are not all going to give you the same results. They're pretty loosely constructed together. Some of them are just based on the Gregorian calendar system. Another is an attempt to reconstruct this anchor point. There is also a method that I have when it comes to approaching this, which I'll dive into in the next video. But to kind of summarize it, this is what Aztec astrology is. It's their version of what is your sign. So if you have a curiosity about this and you want to find out how you could try it yourself, these are your building blocks. You could also message me as well, and I could tell you your sign. But as a summary and recap, that is what the Tonalpawali is. These are the things that they use. There is a lot of overlap actually with Vedic and its approach to astrology. So if you're a practicing astrologer, knowing Vedic will actually help you a lot. If you're coming from the Western tradition, it might be a lot to jump from Western to Vedic and then to Aztec and vice versa. So it's sometimes a good idea to kind of just leave what you know and pretend you know nothing. That way you're kind of starting on a fresh slate. But there you go. That is Aztec astrology.